Hey Dreamers, I'm Bryce and I don't know what my favorite Metallica song is. Could it be Metal Militia? Let's find out. Cue the intro.
So Ted, give it to me now!
For the best Metallica song! Metal Militia, the final track from Kill 'Em All. We still have so many songs to go to reach the entire discography, but this is the last one from Kill 'Em All, and I'm gonna be honest, I also skip this one very, very regularly, so it'll be interesting to take another look at this with fresh ears and rate it based on the following criteria. We are looking at lyrics, we're looking at instrumentation, overall composition, memorability, and of course, emotional response. How does it make you feel at the end? I don't know how it's gonna make me feel, so let's take a ride together on the Metal Militia train. Here we go. Let's get right into it. Metal Militia. Oh yeah, this one. Okay. We got hi-hat this time. I keep commenting on how much Lars is using the ride cymbal, but I'm surprised he's using the hi-hat on this one. I don't know. Very thrashy. Same riff. Okay. You know, honestly, if I was putting this song together, I would have gone into the next part by now. It's interesting that they're extending this section. That's probably why I skip it. Okay. And then they go into the next song. I like that riff. There's the ride cymbal. Okay, I like that stop. There's a stop, da, 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 and then there's those tom hits, bump, bottom. It's really cool, and those were pretty thick for the, you know, compared to the rest of the record. Those were some pretty hefty toms. I like them. I like them. Okay, so what I think I know exactly why I usually skip this song. I've said it before, young James's little scream never really did it for me. As a matter of fact, any sort of metal that goes in the screaming doesn't do it for me. I want to hear the lyrics. I want to be able to sing along, and if for some reason it makes like my throat hurts just listening to it. So there's not really much going on here in the verse, so I don't know, it's already kind of lost me a little bit. The intro riff. I like that we're emphasizing. We talked about in the last couple songs, Lars hasn't been emphasizing those triplets. He's been playing straight notes. So it's nice to hear the da 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 da. There we're getting those triplets in this part in this song. So cool. Good job. Militia! I have to knock the recording as well. We're not judging based on the engineering, but that echo, Militia! It kind of carries on. It kind of continues a little bit, and it's not like on beat or anything. It's kind of hokey. It's kind of like, hey, we got one more song on the record. Do you want to do anything special? We're going to add some effects to it. Meh. I appreciate how the end of that riff has a snare roll, and it holds out the note. It's nice to hear that hi-hat in there to count in. Different, switches up. That sounds like it's the same riff. Yeah, it's the same riff for the verse. I bet that riff is kind of hard to sing and play at the same time. I wonder if I can do it. Oh, it's an A. Thunder and lightning. That's hard. You know what? I'm gonna have to practice this some more. Ow! It's a little much. It's a little much. Oh. I'm saying oh because it feels like it went into a different. Is this in a different? Did they go to a different note? I keep saying a key change. It's not actually a key change. It's just to a different chord in the same progression or in the same time. It's going to a different bass root note chord thing in the same scale, but it's a change, and I appreciate that. That's interesting. We have some bass there. Finally, Cliff Burton. Well, I mean, I guess he had the whole bass solo, but finally we get to hear him again. That's very nice. Okay, so it was a very short-lived bass solo. Now they're climbing the guitar. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. They're slowly getting higher and higher with each section. Okay, I feel like that was weird, those hi-hat hits. Psst, they were kind of weak. After all those big toms and then just psst, psst, that's kind of weak. Come on. Back to the main part. It is a cool riff, though. It is a cool riff. We are in one and we are all the same. Fighting for one cause. Together in battle, our youth and force. Protecting what we are. Okay. Joining together to take on the world with our heavy metal. Spreading the message to everyone here. Come let's yourself go. Oh! To the midst of the nightmare. Trying to get the message to you. Everybody sing it. Metal Militia. Metal Militia. Is it almost over? Oh, this is a bad side. They're gonna, okay, they're gonna just keep going. They're gonna hammer that in. They're gonna, okay. Okay, we got war sounds. Okay, Metal Militia. Well, that would go right into one, wouldn't it? With all those war sounds at the end. We got the marching feet. I gotta say, not super impressed. You listen to a whole record, and you have some highs, you have some lows, but after Seek and Destroy, this isn't a very strong ending to me. Let's go to the rating. Lyrics. How do they do? What is the song about? Oh boy. You know, these kids were really obsessed with metal. And if you didn't get that from the first 9 songs, boy howdy did you ever get that from this song. I looked through the lyrics and the word metal shows up all over the place, pretty much every verse, and sometimes multiple places. They really, really, really want you to know that they wear leather. They really want you to know that they wear leather and that they also have metal spikes and that they're coming for you. I don't like it. It's not for me. This isn't the song for me. I love metal music. But I'm not so obsessed about it that it's the only thing I can talk about. For me, for my lyrical tastes, I need a little bit more substance. And so, unfortunately, for lyrics, this one gets a 0. Instrumentation, how do they do? Well, there's some good riffs. I don't know. I guess the only thing that brings this up for me is that there is a difficult section when when the drums are doing that tom bit during the dun 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 dun. It's a little difficult, a little off, and the guitar riff during the verse would be hard to play and sing, as you've already seen. So I think I can give them some points for that, but otherwise they did fine. I can't go either way. So for instrumentation, this gets a 2. Composition. Verse, chorus, solo, chorus. Or solo, verse, chorus. It's the same thing over and over. There's a little bit of a lift to a different note, but it doesn't change enough to keep my interest. There's a couple of factors, but nothing really... I can't say much about this song. It doesn't feel like it stands out. It doesn't change enough. It doesn't bring anything new. It feels like most of the other songs, if not worse than. So as far as overall composition, that's a 0. Memorability. How memorable is this song? Well, it's kind of memorable. I think the one saving grace is that I can't forget... or what, but I don't know any of the words. All I know is that this is the song where he's going to town with his throat. And it's just a little much for me. It's also memorable because they're using Metal Militia as the chorus. When I was really excited about Seek and Destroy being 4 words, this is only 2 words. So super memorable. But I don't think that it's memorable enough to really stick. So I gotta give it a 1. Emotional response. Now, I want to point out that yes, I did have a few moments in there, like the bass solo or that cool intro to the guitar solo, but I don't think that they were big enough to counter the fact that I was ready for the song to be done pretty much before the first verse started. And I was even asking myself, is it done yet? Towards the end. So I think that's a really, really big mark against the song. So unfortunately, emotional response gets a 0. And with that, we end Kill 'Em All with the lowest scoring song so far. Number 10 out of 10. 3 points total. And I don't think that it's going to get any higher. Or I don't think that it's going to stay on the list for very long. So very, very sorry, Metal Militia. And to those of you who are fans of the song, I get that the energy is there for thrashers. You've got the fast guitars and stuff, but it isn't enough of a quality song for me. And knowing the rest of their catalog, it doesn't even stand a chance. So that's my score. I'm sorry to end on a sour note for this record, but if you tell me your score down below in the comments and hit that subscribe button, you'll be here tomorrow for the beginning of Ride the Lightning, the record, not the song, and you're gonna start seeing some much higher scores from this point on. So stay tuned, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.